Hello and welcome to my final tutorial number 10. My name is Spencer Gregg, and today we are going to learn how to bounce a final project. Bouncing is another word for exporting an entire project once you have completed it. Since Pro Tools calls it bouncing, that's what it will now be referred to during this tutorial. So, if you're completely finished with a song, this is how you go about making it an MP3. This tutorial will teach you the importance of bouncing, where to save a file, what to name it, and some other great features of bouncing that Pro Tools offers. Now that you're ready to bounce your final piece as an MP3, these are a few steps that you need to take. 1. Check to make sure that no tracks that you're expecting to have in the final mix are muted. If a track is muted, it will not be heard in the final print down. Same goes for if you don't want something in the mix, make sure it's muted. For instance, the click track. 2. Find where you want the piece to start. Once you find this, click and drag to highlight it, like this. Now, find the end of the piece by scrolling over. Press Shift and click on where you want the piece to end. The entire highlighted area is the time length that your song will be, so make sure that you have a little space before and after for silence after your piece is finished. Now, to bounce the file. There are two ways to do this. The first way is to go to File, Bounce to, then select Disk. The shortcut to this is pressing Option-Command-B. Like always, I recommend the shortcut keystrokes. This action will bring up the bounce menu. There's a lot to look at in this menu, and it's all important, so make sure and pay attention. First, the bounce source for where the music is going to be played through. Since all of your piece's channel's outputs should already be set to main, out, stereo, it only seems right that the bounce source is the same. So go ahead and press bounce source and make sure that the output is main, out, stereo. Next is the file type. I personally recommend selecting WAV. Next to the file type is a small checkbox that says Add MP3. Go ahead and check that now to make sure that you add an MP3 to your bounce. Below this is Format. The format is less of a concern, however, I normally choose interleaved. The bit depth and sample rate are very important. You must keep these the same as the rest of your project. If these are changed, it will manipulate the sound of your entire piece. I normally disregard Enforce Media Composer Compatibility, Import After Bounce, Add to iTunes Library, and the Share With option. Next is the file name. You need to make sure that it's named something that you will remember, so don't just write down anything silly. Make it the song title or something like that. For instance, this song is currently known as Kenny Beat 3, since it's the third beat that I've built for the artist. So let's make sure and name this correctly. Now you want to choose your directory. Go ahead and press Choose next to the word Directory. This will pull up a menu where you can choose where to save the bounced files. Currently, it is pulled up within a Songs folder. This is one place you can store it. If you have another location, such as an album you're creating in a different file, you could move it to that album to make sure everything stays together. Once you have your directory chosen, press Open. On the bottom left of the bounce menu is a checkbox that will say Offline. This option is new with Pro Tools 11, where it offers a quick bounce down of your piece. If we leave that unchecked and press Bounce, the song will begin to play from the beginning to end. Let's see what that looks like really quick. The benefit to this is that you are able to listen through your piece completely as a last check for mistakes. If you hear any issues with the mix, you can press Escape and it will end the bounce. You can then fix the issues and rebounce the file. Now, if you click the Offline checkbox and press Bounce, you will see and hear the difference. You do not have to listen to the entire piece, and also the bounce time is much quicker. Now that your project is completely printed down, we need to find the file in Finder. Press on Finder to pull up a new Finder window. Click Documents and find your project file. Inside this file, there is a Bounce Files folder. If you click here, you will see three files, an MP3, a left wave, and a right wave. You want to choose the MP3. Here you can double-click to give it a listen through iTunes or a single click to listen through on the Finder application. Now you can click and drag this piece to an email, thumb drive, or upload it to the internet to listen to later. And that's it. Now you can show your project to everybody. This is the final step to the project. You now should know most of the basics that Pro Tools has to offer from beginning to end of a project. All of these tutorials have led to your final project being finished. Congratulations on your first piece being done. If you have any trouble or missed anything, make sure to look back and find the problem areas. Thanks again for completing all these videos. I hope that all the information I have put into them will be able to lead many projects to a high-quality outcome. There's a lot more that you can learn about Pro Tools, so don't be afraid to go online and watch extra tutorials that I haven't made to learn more about the program and to become an even better engineer. Signing out from Doane College, once again, my name is Spencer Gregg. Thank you so much for watching these tutorials, and good luck on all of your future projects.